So today, I like to show how you can show multiple measures by using repeat by. When you use repeat by, basically you can create multiple charts in a single chart view. In this case, I'm showing multiple measures, and one of them is called CO2 emissions, another one is called consumption, another one is gas consumption, and oil consumption. Those four are different measures assigned to y-axis, but we can show them separately. So here is the data. Each row represents each country's in the particular years, CO2 emission, coal consumption, and so on. And then we want to show the trend for each of the measures for each country. So you go to the chart, and then let's start from scratch. I'm going to select the line chart and assign year to the x-axis. And the y-axis, I'm going to start with the CO2 emission. And then now the second is coal consumptions by years. And then the value is actually very small compared to the CO2 emission numbers. So that's why it's kind of hard to see what the change on this coal consumption. But nonetheless, I'm going to continue assign different measures. So here's the gas consumption, and then here is the oil consumption. And then you can actually assign these values to Y2 axis so that you can see the trend for all those measures. But in this case, I'm going to use this repeat by, and then instead of selecting the country or year or other measures, here there is something called each Y-axis. When I select this, basically what just happened is each chart is actually using only one of the y-axis column. The first one is showing the CO2 emission, second one is coal consumption, and so on. As you notice though, the y-axis is optimized for each chart. So this one, the CO2 emission is starting from 10K to 30K, but the coal consumption is between the 60 to 160. That's the range. You can sync y-axis scale, but in this case, it's much better not to sync it so that you can track that trend, how the values are changing over the years. And then these are showing the sort of a global consumption, but we want to separate into countries. So we can use the color, and I'm going to assign the country to the color. And then there are tons of countries showing up here. So I'm going to just highlight for the top two countries, in this case, US and China. So I'm going to use the highlight, and then I'm going to give color, blue color to US and red color to China, and see what we got. So here we can see red color to China. The China's CO2 emission is massively increasing after 2000. And also the coal consumption is massively increasing around the same time. And the US is sort of like consumption is kind of started decreasing after around 2007. And the same way, the coal consumption is also start declining. But anyway, here we can nicely visualize each measure in different chart with various countries, so that we can see sort of like a kind of relationship among the measures with the countries in a more effective way. So in Exploratory, you can assign multiple measures to y-axis, and instead of showing them all together in one single chart, you can use repeat by to separate those measures so that each measure will be visualized in its own scale and also its own color assignment. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.